So we helped our students scale their wedding photography and filmmaking businesses to 6 figures in less than a year. And we were able to help them do this without things like The Knot or Wedding Pro, without very much word of mouth or referrals, and without hustling their organic social media. So after working with over 1,000 wedding photographers and filmmakers to get more clients, I need you to know what exactly we did with these particular students so we can help you get the exact same results. So I'm going to be teaching you the 5 steps we taught these wedding photographers and filmmakers to scale to 6 figures in less than a year. And just so you know who these students and wedding photographers are, so you know that they're real and we're not making this up, the particular students that we're talking about is Aiden Meadows. He was fired from his job and we're able to help him scale to 6 figures his first year in business. Here's a quick video of him.
I was able to book packages as high as $10,000 and scale into 6 figures within my first year in business.
Then there's Alyssa Flores. She was able to quit her 9-to-5 job, scale to 6 figures within that same year. I believe, especially when I did that interview with her, that 6 figures in revenue came in within a 3-month time span. Here's a quick video of her.
Over half of them booked a wedding within November. I hit 6 figures because of that. But it was the funnel that got me to that point of being completely done and moving to quitting my job to actually, I was on a job, looking for a job, to being able to hit 6 figures. Wow. And now next year I'm already looking to double. So
that's amazing. Another student that we did this with was Kyle. He was only making maybe $16,000 a year. We got him to 6 figures in 6 months and then ended up doing $212,000 in 12 months. Absolutely insane. There's Tom and Marley. They used to only make maybe $1,000 a month photographing weddings. We helped them get to 6 figures in 9 months. We've been working with them for a while now. Now they do about $700,000 a year with their team of associates. Here's a video back when they did about $400,000 a year.
I had an annual income of sales of $420,000. My highest wedding was $10,200 and my highest month of sales was $54,000.
And then also Ashley and Peter in Canada, their first year full-time, we got them to 6 figures in 7 months. Now they do over $200,000 a year. And we actually have a lot more students getting results like this, but I just wanted to name a few. And these are the 5 things we're doing to get people to those 6-figure results in less than a year very, very quickly. But first, so you don't miss out on more content like this, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, when it comes to all of these students that are getting leads and bookings very quickly, booking high-end weddings with their dream clients, before we even get into our marketing campaigns and what we're doing, the first thing we help them do is help them build a magnetic brand. We also call this multidimensional branding. Now, this is my wife, Crystal's absolute expertise. She's also the co-founder of the WLMA. I'm gonna pass the mic and camera to her so she can help you what it takes to build a magnetic brand. So Crystal, take it away.
Hey everybody, Crystal here. Something that a lot of people think branding is just the visual portions of your brand. And it's so much more than that. And I cover that in my multi-dimensional branding process. And so what that covers is 1, your visual branding, 2, your non-visual, messaging and delivering, and market segmentation. Now those are all key components. And here's why it's important, is you're not just selling your art. You're selling the experience and the experience and how you capture your art. And so we need to be able to communicate this to our leads. And a big thing a lot of people miss is they might go, well, I already communicate all of this kind of stuff to my booked clients. But here's the thing, we're not trying to get more of our booked clients because they're already booked. We're trying to actually communicate our brand and the experience on the outside to our future potential leads or clients, if you will. And so in order to stand out, we need to know how to communicate what we do and how we do it in such a way that it really resonates and connects to our ideal market. Now, something I like to tell all of our students is, whether you believe you're niched or not, the market has already niched you. And so if you take this perspective, it's gonna really help you understand that this is how the market works. How can you sculpt how you communicate your brand and the brand experience in a way that resonates, that attracts more of the type of couples you want to work with. Before we move to the next section, I'm going to give you one golden nugget to take away from this part of the video. If you could do one thing right now for your brand, that's going to be very, very clear on what the brand experience is. How do you describe your art? The feel, the look, and the approach to how you take pictures. Because the truth is, you might be up against a lot of other people who have similar art. And that's not to make competition a dirty word, because honestly, it's been made a dirty word, but by definition, it's just other people marketing to your same market. So how do you stand out when they have options? Put yourself in the lead's shoes. When they have options to look at, how are you able to stand out in their mind? Not yours, but in their mind, so they go, ah, this is the photographer for us, or this is the filmmaker for us. So write down, how do you describe your style? How do you describe the edit to your style, the feel, and the approach? Breaking that down, you're gonna have such an easier time explaining the essence of your art, how you communicate it to your couples, and then the experience they're gonna have while being with you. And there's just so much more to this. So that's just the tip of the iceberg. Really what you're gonna be doing in the non-visual branding is we talk about what is your 10 to 15% difference? How can you communicate this? Who are your ideal clients? And are you communicating to them in a way that they understand, hey, you're speaking my language? There is your non-visual components with your business values, how you describe your style. There's all of these different steps that come together to create a system of your brand experience. So if you are looking for more resources or help, I'm going to encourage you to click the link below the video. I'm going to hand it back to Jordan.
Thank you, Crystal. And when we build a magnetic brand like that through the visuals, the non-visuals, that market segmentation, we can start to attract a very ideal client. And we've had some of our students literally double their prices, from charging maybe $3,500 to working with clients who are happy to pay them $7,500 for their weddings. And when we have all of that together, this makes everything that I'm about to talk about next work much, much better, which is why it's the first thing that we do. The second step on how we help a lot of our students scale to 6 figures within their first year is by teaching them what we call a 5-step sales framework. Now, most people, when they do these wedding consultations or they meet with couples, they're absolutely just winging their process. They don't know what works, they don't know what doesn't work, they don't know if these couples are truly seeing their value, are truly seeing why they are different, which is why a lot of photographers, they get price shopped, they get ghosted. Their leads don't see why they're different, and they're not emotionally invested in their brand. So we teach this simple 5-step framework for our students' wedding consultations. The first step of the 5-step framework is stating the agenda. When we meet with these couples on Zoom or in person or a phone call, normally for us it's on Zoom, we make sure that we state the agenda so the couple knows exactly what they're going to be getting out of this consultation, so nothing sneaks up to them. And as long as we're upfront about how the entire process works and the different stages we're going to be hitting, it helps us trigger less sales resistance so we can help couples see our true value. The second stage is what we call the discovery phase, where we use high-level questioning skills to help a newly engaged couple build a clarity on their desires, what they actually want from their wedding, what they actually want from their photos, what they like, what they dislike. We have a list of a lot of different questions that we'll ask, but when we can help a newly engaged couple have a deeper understanding of what they truly want, because remember, these couples, most of them are not photographers. They don't have the deep understanding of photography and art that we do. But when we can use high-level questioning to help a couple see their likes, their dislikes, the reasons on why they want that, this in turn builds ammunition. So when we finally get to the third stage, when we actually get to show our work, they can connect their desires to your work, get emotionally invested in your brand, and see why you're different. This is so, so important. We have a list of questions that we use, but a little golden nugget that you can at least do for now is dive deep into asking them their likes and dislikes when it comes to wedding photography or filmmaking, what they want. So that way they can see it in your art when it gets to the album viewing or video viewing. So now we've stated the agenda and we've helped the couple build a clarity of their desires. We have ammunition for what comes next, and we've built a gap between what they don't want and what they want. And this is where this third stage comes in this 5-step framework. And this is what we call the album viewing or the video viewing. Now for videographers, we'll often just share maybe your best 3 to 5 minute video of a wedding day. For photographers, we'll actually go through a maybe 20 to 30 spread album. And often in this, as we're going through these photos and these stories, I often like to tell stories throughout that album, connecting the things that they said that they like to our work. So for example, if during the discovery phase, I found that candid moments with very specific people were very important to them, I'll go through the album and I'll tell stories on how we captured this experience. So this way they're connecting what they told me that they want to our work. And they're getting emotionally invested in our work because we're the only photographers that are doing this for them. I'll have several stories that we do throughout that entire album viewing. And by the time that I'm finished with the album viewing, I'll ask the question, so after going through this album, is this the experience you're looking for on your wedding day? And 100% of the time, the couple is like, yes, this is exactly what we're looking for. The things that we talked about as far as the candidates, how we wanted to be posed, what we wanted our experience to look like and feel like, this is what we're looking for. And pretty much they've already sold themselves to our brand. And that's why discovery phase is super important, to build that clarity before we even get to sharing your work, your video, your albums to them. Now we've stated the agenda. We've built clarity on what they want. We've connected what they want to our brand through the album viewing or video viewing. They told us that this is exactly what they're looking for. So now instead of just seeing us like another photographer, they see us at a much higher elevated level. The fourth stage of this 5-step sales framework is the offer. And this is often where we'll go over packages, pricing, we answer questions for them, and we customize and get them to those collections that's gonna be best for their wedding day. And then finally, the 5th stage of this 5-step framework is handling objections. And normally we're handling objections like, I need to think about it, I need to talk to family, it's too expensive, and there's certain ways that we handle those specific objections. But when you master that 5-step framework, we've had students book a lot more high-end weddings. Like our student Ruben recently booked a $10,000 wedding just by using this 5-step framework. Now, when you learn a 5-step framework like this, you often do want to learn it from a script. And a lot of photographers don't like that because they're normally scared that they're going to come across salesy, robotic, or come across scripted. But I disagree, because think about some of your favorite actors. Think about one of your favorite actors that you know right now. When you watch their movies, do they sound scripted? If they're good, then no, they don't. And it's the exact same thing when you learn a script with these wedding consultations. To be able to get good at a framework, you first learn it through a script. But like acting, when you get good at this script and you learn how it works and why it works, you can start to improvise more. You can work on your tonality and your cadence more, so it becomes much more authentic and they connect with it in a much more powerful way. And so you often want to learn the 5-step framework through following a very specific script, and then you get much better with it and it becomes much more authentic as you get better and do more of these. So far we went through 2 of 5 steps on how we help a lot of our students scale to 6 figures in less than a year. The first was building a magnetic brand through what we call multidimensional branding that Crystal went over. The second one was our 5-step sales framework. Now we need attention. So the third one is Facebook and Instagram ads with marketing funnels. Now let's be real. Why take years to grow your business organically? Why take years to build up your word of mouth and referrals? And why suffer being a needle in a haystack on things like Wedding Pro or Thumbtack or Bark and get price shopped and ghosted, when you can literally get in front of hundreds of newly engaged couples every single month through Facebook and Instagram ads? Now, you can very much do it wrong, which is why doing Facebook and Instagram ads right takes coaching. But when you do it right, it's pretty much a cheat code, because we'll spend anywhere between $100 to $350 on Facebook and Instagram ads and get anywhere between 20 to 100 newly engaged couples in our marketing funnel. Now, these aren't inquiries yet, they're leads in our funnel, and you'll see why. Now, the thing is, you can't just run ads. You really need a marketing funnel, because one thing that we always preach is the ad only sells the click. Your nurturing funnel sells your brand, and then your wedding consultations sell your service. So we need all 3 of those aspects to be able to build a 6-figure business quickly. So when we run these ads to cold traffic, meaning strangers, people who haven't found out about you yet, we often use what we call lead magnets. Now, lead magnets are, another word for that is like a mini offer. It's usually a free or low cost offer that is low resistance, so we can get much more attention, much more traffic into that offer, into our funnel. Those lead magnets sometimes might be like a contest, maybe a free guide, maybe an actual paid engagement session. Sometimes what we call follower campaigns to actually grow our Instagram following. And through these lead magnets or mini offers, we start to get a lot of newly engaged couples to get into our funnel. We have two different funnels that we use, one that's called our standard WLMA funnel, then one that we call the invisible Instagram funnel. Our standard WLMA funnel looks like this. I'll put it on the screen. And then our invisible Instagram funnel looks something like this. I'll also put that on the screen. So now once we start getting all these leads and these new followers, we're able to nurture and build trust with these leads in our newsletter, on our Instagram, maybe a private Facebook group, depending on where you lead them. It takes maybe anywhere between 7 to 15 touch points for a newly engaged couple to build enough trust to desire to work with you, to go from a stranger into a raving fan of your brand. And then once we've gotten those touch points and we've built trust with all these newly engaged couples who have opted into our funnel, then we run retargeting ads. We'll retarget people that are in our funnel, who follow us on Instagram, who have been on our website. And when we run those retargeting ads, because those leads trust us who see the retargeting ads, those offers will be different. Instead of like a lead magnet, often it may be like an actual call to action to book an engagement session. Or for really warm leads, it may be a call to action to inquire about a wedding date. And we're able to book those weddings much, much easier. Now, most photographers, when they first experiment with ads, they'll usually run a call to action to book a wedding straight to cold traffic. And personally, I don't like doing that. Now, that can work, but the thing is though, you may spend $500 to $1,000, sometimes more, to acquire that client, which is really, really expensive. But when we run lead magnets to cold traffic, we nurture them into our funnel, and then we retarget them with call to actions to inquire or book an engagement session, we can get our cost per acquisition much cheaper. One of our students, it was only costing them $70 to a couple $100 to book like a $5,000 to $10,000 wedding, which is incredibly cheap, which is why we have our lead magnet philosophy. Now, the really cool thing when it comes to ads, we're getting to a point with ads where because AI is just getting better and better, targeting is getting much less important and the algorithm is able to find your audience pretty well. So the most important thing is our offer and our copy. And when we can really nail in our offer and our copy, so we can make sure that any newly engaged couples that see our ad, they stop scrolling, they actually read our post, they actually click on our ad. That's where the results really come in. So Facebook and Instagram ads and marketing funnels, that's often how we'll turn a couple $100 in ad spend into 10K months to 30K months pretty quickly. For some students, anywhere between 30 to 90 days. So now we went over step 1, having a magnetic brand. Step 2, our 5-step sales framework. Step 3, Facebook and Instagram ads with marketing funnels. Step 4 is actually something that a lot of wedding photographers and filmmakers do not think about. So step 4 is optimizing your marketing to book engagement sessions. And for wedding videographers, cinematic engagement sessions. And this is why. Now, online marketing funnels are great. We make a lot of money from our online marketing funnels, whether if it's our WLMA funnel or whether if it's our invisible Instagram funnel. But if you want to grow faster than that, you want to optimize your marketing to book a lot of engagement sessions. I don't care if it's a full price engagement session, a mini engagement session, themed engagement sessions, or maybe people who want it from a contest. This is why in the wedding photography and filmmaking industry, the engagement session is the fastest route from stranger to raving fan of your brand. And this is why you can have the same newly engaged couple. They're in your marketing funnel. They're following you on Instagram. They're on your newsletter. You're being retargeted from ads after hopping on your website. They have a date and a venue. But even with all those touch points, it may take them 90 days before they finally decide to work with you. And 90 days can be a long time. Competitors can get in the way and sweep them away from you. But the faster we can get those leads into an engagement session with you, one engagement session can equal 20 online touch points. And when we have systems in place where we can get those engagement sessions as soon as possible, we have systems in place where we know how to turn those engagement sessions into consultations. Instead of it taking 90 days or 3 months to turn a stranger into a booked wedding, we can often do that in maybe just 1 month instead. So for those who really want to grow quickly, hit 6 figures in less than a year like a lot of our students, you want to optimize a lot of your marketing to book more engagement sessions. You're going to be able to turn cold leads into hot leads much, much faster. And you can do this many different ways, whether if you're running ads that are lead magnets to book engagement sessions, if you're focusing on retargeting to your funnel to book a lot of engagement sessions, or if you're getting all these leads into your funnel and you're booking engagement sessions organically from content in your funnel. Now we just went over 4 of the 5 steps: building a magnetic brand, our 5-step sales framework, Facebook and Instagram ads and marketing funnels, optimizing for engagement sessions. The 5th step on how we're getting people to 6 figures in less than a year is so important, and that is the right mindset. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to hear this. A lot of people think, I got a great positive mindset. I just want to get straight to the strategies. But after Crystal and I helping over 1,000 wedding photographers and filmmakers with their businesses, we noticed a clear distinction between our students that we helped hit $100,000 to $500,000 years, and then those who got results, but not quite to those levels. The clear distinction was mindset. And our top students have these 3 traits in common. Number 1, these students have a investing mentality, kind of like someone who invests in stocks. If they've done their research right, they know that if they put XYZ money into a particular stock in XYZ amount of time, the stock is going to be worth much, much more. The same thing with your business. If I invest into learning these certain entrepreneurial skills, I should be able to turn those entrepreneurial skills into hundreds of thousands of dollars. With these skills, if I invest $100 to $500 in ad spend every month, with these systems that I built, I should be able to turn that couple $100 into thousands and thousands of dollars in wedding packages. If you don't have that investing mentality as a business owner for your photography company, you're gonna struggle a lot. The second trait that our top students have is they are action takers. I have never seen anyone who takes 3 months to make important decisions have a successful business. I've never seen it in my life. The top entrepreneurs and our top students figure out what they need to do fast. And then they don't wait 3-6 months to take action on it. They just take action and they do it and they refine as they go. Because they know they're never gonna do things perfectly the first time. They know they're gonna make mistakes. So when you can more quickly take action, you can make mistakes, you can refine those mistakes, and we can get closer to perfection much, much faster. People who procrastinate because they want everything to be perfect often never take much action at all. So they never end up building the business that they want at all. The third trait our top students have, especially the ones who have gotten their businesses to $200,000 to $700,000 years, is relentlessness, grit. Because let's be real, we got into wedding photography and filmmaking because it's fun, it's art, we enjoy it, we're passionate about it. But when it comes to building a business, it's one of the most challenging and hardest things you will ever do, but also one of the most fulfilling things that you're ever gonna do. The top wedding photographers and filmmakers who build financially thriving businesses, they understand the expectations of what it really takes to build a business. They understand the failures and the hardships they're going to come across. And they have the relentlessness and the grit to get through it. So when they make mistakes, when something wrong goes with their ads, when they get rejected, when their funnel falls apart, instead of whining, complaining, and giving up, they get back up, they get into a problem-solving mindset to figure out what they need to do, they fix it, they refine it, and they repeat. And our students who have gotten to the multiple 6 figures, that's a key trait that they have. And it's kind of like our student Aiden, because when Aiden was learning all of this, he literally had just gotten fired from his job. He needed this wedding photography business to work. So first he got into the investing mentality. He invested in his skills. He invested in knowledge. He invested in ads. But then he also had the action taker mentality. Instead of taking 6 months to make an important decision to push his business forward, he just got down and did it. And he refined as he went. He didn't even have a full wedding portfolio yet at this time. He was still building his website. But instead of just waiting for that website to be built, instead of waiting for his portfolio to feel complete, he just took action anyways. And then he was relentless. He made a lot of mistakes as he went. He had ads that failed. He got rejected by clients. He had his funnel fall apart. He had months where he just wasn't sure if he was gonna make ends meet. But because he was relentless, he was able to problem solve with us and other coaches, refine his strategies with a community of like-minded people, figure out the things that he did wrong and fix them. Sometimes it even took more than just fixing at once, but repeatedly refining his processes. And when he did all of that, investing mentality, took action, built a relentless mindset, he was able to scale to 6 figures his first year in business. Some people take years for those types of results, but he was able to do it within his first year. And now he's actually one of our team members, one of the coaches on our WLMA team. So those are the 5 steps on how we've helped our students scale their wedding photography and filmmaking businesses in less than a year. It takes a lot of work, but it's possible. Number one, having a magnetic brand. We use a holistic process called multidimensional branding. Number two, the 5-step sales framework. Number three, Facebook and Instagram ads with marketing funnels. Our favorite right now is actually called the invisible Instagram funnel. Number four, optimizing your marketing for engagement sessions. And last but not least, number five, mindset. Do you have an investing mentality? Are you an action taker? And are you relentless? Be sure to like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. But before you go, do you want our help implementing these 5 steps in your business so you can get to those 100K to even 700K years like a lot of our students that you've seen in our content? If you're a wedding photographer and filmmaker and you want more followers, you want to serve more clients, you want to nurture more of your dream clients, you want to be a part of a community of over 1,000 wedding photographers and filmmakers who are like-minded, and you have a marketing and ad budget. If that's you and you want our help, book a call with me or one of our team members. You can find the link, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description of the YouTube video. If you're watching it on a website, we'll put a button to schedule a free business audit with me or one of our team members. And in this one-on-one call and business audit, we're gonna audit your business and help you build the fastest roadmap to your goals. And we'll see if the WLMA Mastermind is a good fit for you to scale and grow your business. And of course, with no obligations, because our WLMA Mastermind is invite only to really ensure that we keep results at a very high level. So if we find that the WLMA can actually help you in your particular situation, you'll receive an invite from us. If we find that we can't help you, totally cool. We might actually be able to refer you to someone else who can. But no matter what, you're gonna find a lot of value in this free one-on-one business audit. So if that's you, just schedule that one-on-one business audit somewhere around this video. If you're watching it on YouTube, in the description of this video. Anyways, guys, hope you found this helpful. I'll see you on the next one.
What's up, guys? I'm Cortland Wilson with Cortland Photography.
My name's Madison Dresser.
I'm Hunter from Hunter Kittrell Photography. After joining the WLMA, I was able to build a 6-figure wedding photography business.
We've joined the WLMA not too long ago, and we broke our first $25,000 month,
which led me to a $30,000 month.
I had an annual income of sales of $420,000. Highest month of sales was $54,000.
And I ended up over 6 figures for last year.
In about 6 months, I was able to quit my corporate job and have a very successful 6-figure income.
I was able to book packages as high as $10,000 and scale into 6 figures within my first year in business.
I was struggling with leads after, going through the knot and wedding wire and the thumbtack.
We were struggling with a lot. I would say almost everything from branding, our website, and even booking clients as well.
Marketing and sales were by far my weakest muscles in business, if you will.
I think one of the biggest things that changed for my business in the WLMA was just learning sales.
I was getting more leads naturally and more bookings consistently.
And really more money than we were used to. But I think more importantly, it gave our brand and it gave our business face, a body, it gave it limbs, and it created this working structure that was living finally and breathing.
Everything changed. We rebranded. We started booking a lot more clients.
Was I skeptical before joining? 100%.
Because I was seeing all these people making like a bunch of money. I was like, no, that's not real.
Everyone is actually skeptical before joining something.
Because I didn't know who you were.
It took me a long time and to realize to kind of say yes.
I was not skeptical at all because I've tried everything possibly. And
I don't think I was skeptical, which was a sign. I always saw your face on Facebook everywhere for at least a year.
I did some more research on Jordan, found out that he's not a sketchy guy that I thought he was. I mean, if I could have joined a month sooner, I would have.
So if someone is skeptical, do it. Trust us and do it.
Come, join the program, learn the things you have to learn, put in the work.
If you want to go to that next level, just bite the bullet and do it.
But you got to be all in. Whatever is going on in your life, I said, God, just go for it.
And it's amazing what you will learn.
It's a super involved community.
If you're not willing to invest in your company's future, then you're not going to be around for long.
There is a reason that you are even considering this program. It's because you are having problems in your business. It all goes down to the one fact, though. This program has what you need.
We're talking exactly about selling as a wedding photographer, how to market to your ideal clients. It's such a just priceless piece of knowledge. Take that leap and invest in yourself because you won't regret it.
This course has literally changed my life.
I'm just very thankful that my job can bring me this much happiness.